It is May 17th, 2024, about 5 in the morning. Daylight is just starting to peek over the hill at Tilted Tree Farms out in Junction City, and we are loading up to go pick up our beehives. So we're going to see how this goes. All right, so we were a little busy with the actual pickup, but we now got a trailer full of 10 beehives en route back to the farm. All right. It's just after 8:30 in the morning back at Tilted Tree Farms. Unfortunately, my extra help had to abandon me for his day job. But we're gonna get these hives unloaded and all right, I don't know how much this is gonna get, but we'll do a little bit of video of getting these unloaded and see how it goes. See how many times I can get this done. So I think I'm gonna get my smoker going too. I'll settle these girls down a little bit while we're doing this, because we're definitely warmer temperature than I'd like to be doing this at. But don't have a lot of choice doing what we're doing. And of course, I in a hurry this morning at 5 in the morning, left my knife at home, so everything's getting torn open today. I know that's there. I'm gonna have to move the camera for a second because it's sitting on top of the box that my smoker is in. I got that preloaded with some material the other day. It's all mixed up, so. A little bit of mixed materials here. It's some of these pellets that are designed for the smoker, as well as some of these little compressed paper chips. So I kind of went with a mix to hopefully get a good shred. I've heard burlap works really well, and I'm gonna experiment with that here soon, but I just went with what I already had for now and see kind of what I end up liking. I've heard really good things about burlap though, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up trying, because it's not too expensive and I can get some sheets of it. We can use it for some other things around the farm here, as well as for smoker fuel. It's interesting, one of the things that I was hearing about that they said to make sure you practice beforehand is getting your smoker going. I actually did this a couple of times, you know, at home without bees all over the place, and didn't have too much of an issue. So of course the time when I actually need it to work and to do its job and stuff like that, it's gonna give me problems.
All right, we got some smoke going. So let's drill down a little bit, hopefully. Especially. Some of these are sealed up better than others. Some of them are, I don't even know if they're sealed up at all. But it's kind of what we got. Some of them, unfortunately, just in travel, got pretty well disrupted. I'm gonna have a really angry one. That's gonna be one of my last ones to get out of here. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but the top box on it, which I think is set up as a feeder right now, got angled off in transit. So right now they are massively bearding on the outside of the middle there, because their bottom is sealed off, so they don't have any other way out, and they are not happy about it. So that's gonna make for some fun, and they're just getting used to the new place and the new beekeeper. So we'll see how things go. The other thing that you can probably see where I'm getting put, unfortunately, is not particularly flat. I'm gonna have to do some work. I'm gonna be getting out here in the next few days this week to get some plywood at the very least to get them put on and help flatten them out a little bit and get them more level, because I'm gonna need that so I build the comb right. But we got what we got for now. I want to get them out and let them start getting acquainted to their new home. They've been locked up since at least 5 o'clock this morning and traveled for about an hour away from home that they are used to. So we're just gonna get them put down. We're gonna go get the tools to let them out because they got them screwed shut on some of these, and then we're going to stand back and watch them go. You'll see a few of these are set up too with top hive feeders. I don't know how I feel about those. I've read a few different things about them. I'm probably gonna get rid of them at some point. I'm kind of split right now. My setup for those nukes that I'm gonna be getting is to do top feeder, but the internal top feeder, which is what some of these are set up as. And I think that's probably what I'm going to go to for all of the feeders that I use. I don't know if there's anything wrong with this per se. I don't like it, and I don't have very many of them, so it's not something you'll be able to reproduce easily. And you got to leave them on there, otherwise you got a hole in the top, which I don't like. So I'm also thinking about maybe internal. I know that's what a lot of the commercial guys use, is the internal ones, especially if I'm going to end up ever sending any down to California or anything like that. I don't know that I'm ever going to get to that point. I do want to probably do some local pollination services. So if you're in the Willamette Valley area, feel free to reach out. But yeah, we'll see. It's such an interesting mix. Some of these hives are so active and spicy right now, and some of them I'm concerned that I looked at all of them the other day when I went over and met with the guy and made sure they were all alive and active. And now I'm like, I don't know, is there bees in there? But I'm sure there are. Guy I got him from was really good, worked great with us. Super awesome, highly recommend him in his farm for stuff. And so definitely going to be calling him up for advice, I'm sure, at some point before too long too. some mosquito netting that we used a couple of spots. Try to keep some of them from getting away. Don't know how well it worked, but we tried it. What's nice right now is we got decent cloud cover and breeze. We're actually probably well below 50 right now. I don't know, maybe I'm just being optimistic, but it's nice. I'm not overheating in this thing, and I don't think the bees are as active as they would be otherwise, so I'm trying to keep moving, get this taken care of. The other thing that's nice is because I didn't do a true inspection on all these before I got them. Pros and cons of that. There's a lot of trust in what I'm getting, but the bees have them pretty well propolis together, so moved and adjusted has been fairly straightforward for the most part. The other thing, the guy I got them from, he screwed boards into the side of all of them to help get them easier to be able to move, which is definitely helping out for getting them all hauled around right now. Obviously, I'll take all those off when I go to do some inspections here over the next few days. And the best part about that is my work week starts tonight, so we're gonna get them unloaded, get them opened up so that they can start exploring their new home and getting used to everything. And I'm gonna go home and go to bed. It's a weird sensation. I mean, obviously I've been around bees before, I've been stung before, but kind of the first time I've really interacted with them like to this extent. It's just crazy having them flying all around you, and I can't say it's not a little like nerve-wracking. Like there's one on my mask right now I'm just staring right at, but you know, honestly I think my biggest concern right now is I did go kind of cheap on the suit. I heard a lot of mixed reviews about why I did not even need one. I originally wasn't going to get one. And I have just some fears that getting stung through the veil that I've heard can happen. So I'm definitely, I have a nicer veil. I think it's a little nicer. It's got a little cowboy hat thing on top. It's kind of cool. But that's definitely the next big investment I think I'm going to make is a really good high quality veil that just stays off my face, because kind of right now I can feel it touching my face in spots. I'm like, if it can touch my face in spots, I'm guessing they can touch my face in spots. But right now, most of them aren't too angry with me. They're just kind of figuring out what the heck's going on too. So. That one, even though they're not super spicy, they're just out. So I know that I'm not going to be able to move it far without risking squishing some of them. And I'm looking at a lot of this kind of like a commercial operation. I mean, my goal is short term, make some honey and a little bit of money this summer. My long-term goal, honestly, within the next 3 years, I want to be able to kind of quit my current day job, maybe work something part-time and do this. So I lose a few bees. It's not a huge loss to me, but I don't want to start out with squishing a bunch of them day one. separate over here. I don't know if that came out of one of them or looks like it was sitting on top of one of them. I can see the marks here actually. Gone back and forth on whether I'm going to use them. I think right now none of these hives have them in them. He hasn't been using them. I think for now, so I'm going to keep it. Just kind of let the hives do what they're going to do. Keep an eye on them. Try to make sure they don't swarm. I'm probably going to split at least a couple of these in the next few weeks if they're as full as they look like they are once I get inside of them. But beyond that, this year is going to be a lot of letting nature do what it's going to do and kind of figuring things out as I go along. Done a lot of research, a lot of book knowledge, but it's time for some hands-on learning, and figure Mother Nature is hopefully going to be the best teacher for that, along with getting involved with the local bee association and lots more studying online. This is the one that's not going to be happy with me. Switch the camera view here. We got all over the outside here. Thankfully, the side where I'm going to come up on isn't too bad, and this board is big enough. It'll take most of the brunt of any force, I think. So hopefully I don't lose too many of them in this process. It's going to happen to a few, but that's only so much I can do to prevent that. So we'll see what happens if I start yelling, or if there's any bleeps from me using some non-family friendly language. You'll know why. Alright, I'm gonna get this closed up. Hopefully didn't get any bees in the car. Hopefully I don't have any, or not too many, hanging around on my suit when I get into either. Back in a few minutes with the tools to open these up and see where they head off. Alright, so back out here at the field. Switch back to the disposable gloves. I think I'm gonna like those more. Well, had the smoker going before I came down here. I'm gonna definitely get it going and smoke a little bit while I'm doing this. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna just get the hives opened up and then get out of here and let them be for a little while and see how things go. So this set up so we got a decent view of things. they just explode out of there. That's crazy. They are not happy with me either. Hey, I just freed you, okay? You've been locked up all day. I know, I know. Definitely gonna take some getting used to them just swarming all over me. But they're getting there. I'm definitely glad I invested in the suit. One of the things I was looking up, I need to get some lighter colored pants, as apparently I don't like the dark color. That's the reason why bee suits are white. So I need to get some bright colored pants to start wearing out here if I'm not going to wear the suit bottoms. Probably should get some light colored gloves too. I do like the disposables, but maybe I can get some of like those like blue ones or some, maybe even some white ones or something, but something that's not going to anger them. Apparently the dark colors they don't like, and that makes them upset. So yeah. I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but like they are all over me right now, all over my face, landing all over my hands. It's crazy to feel them hitting my hands. Like they're trying to find a place to sting me. They're upset, I think I can tell. So, and rookie mistake. I left my smoker sitting on top of the hive over there. So I can't even smoke myself off right now. I'm gonna probably smoke a little quickly and go grab that. Smoke myself down. Go from there. See how this goes. So my understanding is the way the smoker works is the smoke is just supposed to help calm them and maybe even disorient a little bit, but it distracts from the pheromones and stuff like that. So like if say one of them died on me or I pinched one or something, the pheromones would be making them more aggressive. So the smoke helps mask that and helps mask their like desire to. So smoke myself down a little bit. Hopefully I'll ride back up the field. Most of them will decide they don't want to follow me, and we'll call that good enough.